Welcome to Mamahood After Trauma. I'm Emily, your host. Here we share strategies and inspiration to help you heal and grow with kindness and understanding. Let's dive in. This is Mamahood After Trauma. Hey there, Mama. Before we dive in, I want to remind you to grab your Unlocking Peace Guide, a free resource designed to help you start creating calm, reclaim your peace, and manage your triggers with ease. Head over to my website, the link is in the show notes, to download it now. Hey there, Mama. Welcome to the Mamahood After Trauma podcast. I am so glad that you are here today because we're diving into a topic that's so close to my heart and one that I personally didn't understand until um, over the last few years, really. And that is building resilience through healing. If you've ever felt like you're constantly getting knocked down by life, or like healing is this impossible uphill battle, you're not alone. I have been there too. And for a long time, I thought resilience meant just pushing through and staying strong no matter what. But let me tell you, that's not resilience. That that is survival mode. And there is a big difference, a huge difference between surviving and truly thriving. So, today we're talking about how to shift from survival mode to resilience and why healing is such a huge part of that process. If you've been feeling stuck or overwhelmed or like you just can't catch a break, this one is for you. So let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so before we dive in too far, I feel like we have to get on the same page about what resilience actually is. So, because it's not about gritting your teeth and bearing it. It's not about muscling through the hard things. Resilience at its core is about being able to bounce back after setbacks. It's knowing how to regulate your emotions when things feel overwhelming. And it's about feeling safe enough to try again, even after you've fallen apart. And resilience is having the tools to support yourself when things get hard, not just reacting to the chaos. It's about knowing how to protect your joy, your energy. I used to think that resilience meant not showing emotions, not needing help, or keeping it all together no matter what. But honestly, that's not resilience. That's suppressing. And to be completely honest, I think if you feel this way too, you'll agree it's exhausting. Real resilience, true resilience, comes from knowing how to care for yourself when things feel messy. And that starts with healing. Here's the thing, though. If you've experienced trauma, your nervous system has likely been on high alert for a really long time. Your brain and your body have learned to stay in survival mode to protect you. Because believe it or not, your body has one priority, and that is to stay alive. But that constant state of stress makes it incredibly hard to feel safe, even when you're no longer in danger. And when you don't feel safe, it's hard to be resilient because you're constantly bracing for the next hit or the other shoe to drop. Healing, on the other hand, is about teaching your body and mind that it's safe now. It's about building new patterns so you can respond to life from a place of calm and not fear. It's about learning how to self-regulate when you feel triggered so you're not constantly stuck in that fight or flight response. And it's about knowing how to repair after the hard moments instead of getting sucked into that cycle of guilt and shame and feeling stuck there. Healing creates resilience because it helps you feel safe enough to trust yourself, even when things get hard. So, how do you actually start building resilience through healing? Let's break it down into some simple steps for you because I'm all about action. And so, if something is big and complex and not easily to determine the action steps, then it's a lot harder to take action on it, right? So, let's build it down. Let's break it down. So the first step is building an awareness around your triggers. Pay attention to what sets you off, whether it's a certain tone of voice, a specific situation, or even a certain time of day. And the important thing for you to know about your triggers is they are not a sign of weakness. They're a signal that something deeper needs attention. So here's your action step around this. This will help you to build your awareness around your triggers. Start a journal to track your triggers. What happened? Did you feel in your body? What did you feel in your body? Where did you feel it in your body? And if journaling can take on many different forms. You can go old school and use pen and paper. You can keep a note on your phone or your tablet or your computer. There are password protected apps out there. There are many, many ways that you can journal your triggers and track them. And you will begin to notice patterns. And those patterns are excellent data to have. The second step, once you have an awareness of your triggers, is to learn how to self-regulate. Resilience isn't about never getting triggered again. It's about knowing how to bring yourself back to calm when you do. And, if you're anything like me, right now, if you're just starting out on your journey, It may, depending on the trigger, it may take you a week to get back to calm. I've been there. But over time, you can shorten that uh, that time frame back to calm with simple techniques like 5-5-7 breathing or grounding exercises, like naming 5 things that you can see, hear, or feel, or using cold water on your hands or face to reset your nervous system. So your action step here is to choose one technique and practice it daily. Give yourself, I don't know, 5 to 7 days to practice it daily and see how you feel. Now, one particular technique may not work for you, and that's okay. Keep going, keep trying, keep investigating until you find something that helps you calm down before you actually need it in a high stress moment. All right. So step number 3 is to build emotional flexibility. So emotional flexibility is the ability to feel your feelings without getting stuck in them. One thing that I have been known to say to my clients is allow yourself to feel your feelings and not sit down to tea or coffee with them. Allow them to move through. So this means allowing yourself to feel sad or angry or frustrated, but not letting it define you, not letting it take your day away. When you make space for your emotions, instead of running from them, they will lose their power. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, try saying, it's okay that I feel this way right now. This feeling will pass. Practicing this will allow you to break free from the cycle of judgment. And you'll quiet the negative voice that tells you that you're a bad person or a bad mom because you feel a particular way. Okay, step 4. Strengthen your support system. Resilience is not about doing it alone. It's about knowing when to reach out for help. And healing happens with connection. Healing happens in connection. Finding the people who understand you and can hold space for you is an incredibly powerful asset to have. And so I want to encourage you to reach out to a trusted friend, join a support group like the Mamahood After Trauma Inner Circle, or even consider working with a coach. Yep. Hi, that's me. I'm the coach. That's me. Here's the truth, Mama. Resilience isn't about being strong all of the time. It's not. It's about knowing when to take care of yourself when you feel weak. It's about knowing that it's okay to fall apart sometimes because you trust yourself to put the pieces back together. It's about being able to say, that was hard, but I know how to support myself through it. And you don't have to figure this out alone. You don't. If this is hitting home for you, and if you're ready to take the next step, I want to invite you to check out my trigger toolkit. This is exactly why I created it, to give you practical tools to handle those overwhelming moments with more ease and less guilt. The Trigger Toolkit will help you build resilience by teaching you how to self-regulate, communicate your needs, and recover from triggers without getting stuck in that cycle of shame. Head to the link in the show notes to check it out. You are not weak for struggling. You are not broken for feeling overwhelmed. You are building resilience every time you choose to face the hard stuff instead of running from it. You are already so much stronger than you realize, and I am so proud of you for showing up today. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. DM me or share this episode with another mama who needs to hear it. And don't forget to check out the Trigger Toolkit if you're ready to take the next step towards healing. Until next time, mama, take a deep breath, show yourself some grace, and remember, you are worthy of peace and healing. Much love. See you next time. Thanks for listening to Mamahood After Trauma. If today's episode resonated with you, make sure to grab your Unlocking Peace guide from the link in the show notes to start your healing journey with practical tools. Remember, Mama, you're not alone in this. Together, we're mending the past so mamas can mama in peace. See you next time.